It can get cold in Canada. If you are in the process of buying a home, let's listen to what Home Inspector David Eslin of Inspect Canada has to say about furnaces and boilers.
Well, between 60s to 80s, we had the low efficiency ones. And the thing is, they won't die, they just last forever. Because you open the cover, there's nothing in there. There's a wire, that's it. And if it breaks, it's 20 bucks. So it's like, but the problem is that they're very low efficiency. So almost 80 cents of every dollar you put in there, every dollar of gas you put in there, 80 cents goes right off the chimney. It just doesn't use it. You're just burning gas for the hell of burning gas, right? And then if you go a little bit earlier or a little later, they're 80s to 2010, they become mid-efficiency. They're better. They still don't want to die. There's still nothing in there. But also there's a heat exchanger in there that basically where the gas goes through. And now if this furnace is like 50 years old, there's a chance that it has a crack in there and the carbon monoxide is coming through the registers and you don't know it, you don't quite smell it. Why am I always feeling crappy? Why am I sneezing all the time? There's people, they live in these houses for 20 years. They don't know why. They go to other countries, see doctors. Doctors, what's wrong with me? It's just been breathing carbon monoxide for like 20 years, right? So this is a big problem out there, and it can poison people too. But if you go to the utility room, you look at the furnace and it's got white pipes coming out of it. There's not always two, there could be only one. Then you have a high efficiency furnace. You know it's not overly old, they will last 25 to 30 years. That's great news right there for your client. This has been upgraded in the last 10 to 15 years. Okay, so you're looking for the white pipe. So at one point in history, when they became high efficiency, it's no longer a metal pipe that you have, it's a plastic one. Okay, and it looks like the PVC. It's a white plastic pipe. Okay, so these are the best furnace out there. And then there's also the AC. They last about 15 years. The HRV, those are ventilation system, about 10 years. And that's all part of that. So if you go see these houses, they have these type of system. Look for it. And also I can send you all of these slides too. I'll send it to Sonia if she wants to distribute it so you can have them all. And then nowadays everybody pushes for heat pumps. Heat pumps, heat pumps, heat pumps. They give you rebates, but you gotta get permits and yada yada, and it costs twice as much, but you get your rebate, right? But anyway, heat pumps, okay. The thing is, the city and the governments are trying to get rid of gas. They don't want gas. Right now in Vancouver, if you buy a brand new place, no longer any heating with gas. It's all electric, and now we're going with electric cars. So you can see at one point electricity is going to be extremely expensive. But they're trying to get rid of gas. I guess they don't want to have chimneys. They don't want this burning, you know, and everything else. I mean, electricity is probably not a whole lot better either, but it sounds better, I guess. But everybody, you know, heat pump, the beauty of a heat pump is like it's a regular furnace, but also it gives you AC. So, you know, if you're going to install one and you get rebates, might as well go right for it, right? Otherwise, you get yourself a regular furnace. But keep in mind, you can only install, if you already had a boiler before, boilers are for inflow heating. Houses with inflow heating has no duct. It's extremely difficult to set up anything to push air in there. That'd be some massive renovation in there to do that. So any house with inflow heating, you got to use a different type of system if you want to have AC, and it's called a mini split that you might have seen in a condo. There are these little units on the ceiling there. You push a button, it opens up, gives you AC and heat, and that's what you have to install, and it's on a per room kind of basis, and they're about 10,000 per room. So it's like they're very expensive. But if you have a boiler, and boilers, I could talk about this forever. Boilers are inflow heating. To me, that's massively ridiculous. Because eventually, you know, they've installed tons of those in the 90s. Now, those pipes are about 30-something years old. They're starting to leak. What are we going to do? You know, well, basically, like, what do you want to do? Redo the whole floors and replace all of that? I mean, this is all stuff that they do with no long-term thinking. You know, in most cases, when you have a boiler now and your pipe starts leaking, it's so expensive to replace the whole thing that you have to change the heating system. They'll change it to baseboard heaters or something like that. They'll just abandon it. Here, let's start baseboard heaters from here on, right? So, but anyways, if it's a brand new place, they still like to use inflow heating. You figure they would set the pipes so they can be easily removable and easily replaced, right? But no, that would cost extra money, right? And